Hi, and welcome to the Trading with Ashley show, edition 2, outside. I've already posted for the day, but I really felt like it was important to come on and at least share with all of you some of my thoughts on the exciting news about the Palantir S&P inclusion. And it's actually going to take place on September the 23rd, so you have a little time to trade it before that happens. Now, the price will shoot high, obviously, as people are excited. I think the difference with Palantir being included in the S&P that is different than maybe other stocks is Palantir has such a strong retail community, and I don't think the retail community is going to let their shares go easily. And so typically what you see when a stock is included in the S&P, you see it rise and then it falls because everyone is starting to take profit. But something tells me that we all know what we're holding and we know the value of a Palantir share today is going to be worth hundreds more in the future. And so I myself am holding on to my shares, but there is a great way that you can trade it that I wanted to share with all of you. So all of you know that I like to sell puts. So one thing you can do is you can sell in the money puts if you are underexposed on Palantir and you want more shares. This will give you the opportunity to maybe be put the shares, and if not, you'll be getting significant premium. And if we are selling options and you get significant premium, you can turn around and take those shares, that premium that you're producing, and immediately buy some shares, spending some time at my daughter's house with my precious with my precious granddaughter. And that is the beauty of selling options. You can literally do this from anywhere, and it frees up your time for fun things like what I am doing. All right, I will talk to you soon. Wanted to share the good news. Talk to you soon. Okay, it's a little quieter in here. So what I wanted to tell you was that if you want to sell puts, you can do an at the money put. And I just looked, so let's say now it's going to be much higher. It's already higher than this after hours, but your option chains, they stop when the market stops. But I looked, and let's say you sell a $32 put. Today, the day ended, it was paying $2 a share. So that is over a 6% return if you're not put the shares and you just put up the money to buy the stock. So if you wanted to, next week when the market opens, go ahead and sell some at the money puts, and you're going to be compensated pretty heavily for the shares that you're saying you'll buy at that price because the volatility is high. And I know you may end up, paying, maybe you put the shares, so maybe you're getting them a little bit more than you would like, but in another 5 years, is it really going to matter? Because here's how it works. Whether or not institutions want to buy Palantir, if they need to mimic the S&P 500, they're going to be forced to buy Palantir. And so it's been the retail investor that have been the ones that have been gobbling up all the shares, and it's very different with this stock. The retail investors have quite the strong community that love this stock. The institutions are just now starting to pay attention, so they're just not going to have a choice. They're going to have to buy it if their fund wants to mimic the S&P 500. So that's one way you can make money on this. Now, there are other potential plays, and so you can look at, if you have the shares, you can look at selling covered calls. But just be aware that you have to be comfortable with going high enough. Like I'm thinking, when you look at your deltas, you don't want to go any higher than like a 0.1 delta, because you really don't want your shares called away if they're going to be worth so much more in the future. If you go with a 0.1 delta, if you're selling calls, at least you'll be able to potentially roll it out for higher. But you may want to resist the urge to sell calls unless you're okay giving up your shares, which that's fine. Some of you have swing trading accounts that you're swing trading stocks like Palantir, and then you have your buy and hold account. So that may be, a good opportunity for you to sell covered calls. If you want your shares called away due to swing trading or running the wheel strategy, then maybe consider like a 0.2 delta if you're going to be selling them weekly or monthly, and you can look at the 0.2 delta. and look at it that way. But we are in for some exciting times with this stock. There's so many ways to trade it. I will continue to research ways for you to make money on this stock and for you to enjoy all the gains that come with it. Congratulations, all of you Palantir investors, those of you that have been with the Palantir Army for quite some time. I feel very honored to be a part of the Palantir community. Remember, I want you to keep learning, keep earning, and I will see you on the trading floor.